Hello everyone, my name is Rubberfire, aka Rubber. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. You can find my channel link in the description below. There's a little change here. I have a new microphone. It lights up and all that stuff. Ooh, so cool. But yeah, so this is going to be a very impromptu video. I'm going to do very little editing, maybe throw a music track on, and take out all the dead air. But other than that, I'm going to talk about my year in a review. I'm going to be talking about the good and some of the bad. And I'm not going to dwell too much on the bad because that's not what the point of this video is about. The point of this video is a retrospective on this year, because I feel like this was one of the best years of my life. Hands down, no questions asked. I guess I should start by talking about jobs that I've been a part of. I've been in 3 jobs this year. 2 of them retail. One is my current job, and I did a stint as tech support. The tech support job was probably not one of my finest times. I was very stressed out. I was always worried about fucking up. Like it was just a mess. But I think even in my starting around this time last year, I was pretty I was pretty stressed out and feeling pretty down. But I think as this year went along, I think a lot of things alleviated myself from all the stress that I've been feeling and all that. And now at the current job, I am working in retail. I am doing what I was doing at the beginning of the year, but it's at a different company and it's a different workload. It's actually much easier, and I'm getting paid more out of it, so I can't really complain on that part. I'm very grateful to get that opportunity because I got to meet a lot of amazing people. I don't want it to really be a career path for me. I'm gonna try to really emphasize the content creation of either Twitch or making games. This is what I went to school for, at the very least. But yeah, that's something that I've always kept in the back of my mind, is this isn't really a career path for me. This is something I can make money, pay off whatever debts I have, and just go from there. In terms of places I visited, now this section's probably going to be the biggest of the entire video, because I went to a lot of places this year, a lot of new places even. The first big place that I remember visiting was Nashville, Tennessee, and Bristol, Tennessee as well. Nashville I went to with a classmate of mine and his older brother, and we went to Broadway Street. We partied all throughout the night. One very memorable moment from that night was near the end of the night. It was raining really hard, and we were trying to get an Uber. It was very busy, and we were underneath this canopy or awning, whatever you want to call it, and there were these 3 young ladies. One was extremely drunk. She was bobbling. She was wearing heels, which didn't really help matters. And she fell over. And me being the gentleman that I am, okay, that was cringe. But me being the nice guy that nope, that's not better. This is all staying in, by the way. No, I'm kidding. But me, being the guy that I am, I helped her up. And one of her friends was like, "Oh my god, she's fine. I was like, "Clearly she isn't. She fell on her ass. I don't know what more you need from that." What more evidence you need? Oh, she's not fine. But eventually they get an Uber, and I say, you guys stay safe. Hopefully she doesn't get sick or anything like that. And they said thank you, and then we finally got our Uber, went back to our hotel. The next night we drove down to Bristol, and we saw the Dirt the dirt race, the NASCAR dirt race. It was a fucking beautiful experience. It's the second NASCAR track I've been to. The first one being Michigan International Speedway. And I'm a huge NASCAR fan. For those of you who don't know, like growing up, it was one of the biggest interests that I've had. Like I'd say the earliest that I remember loving NASCAR was like 2006, 2007 maybe. I just was so fascinated with it. It really was something that brought my dad and I very, very close together, because we used to go every summer for the Michigan races. I want to say 2008 to 2016. So almost 10 years we went to a NASCAR race in the summer. It was beautiful. It's something that I hold very close with my dad and I. But anyway, yeah, the dirt race was very fun. Not really a whole lot happened. I bought a lot of merch from there. Like I got a hoodie and I got a few stickers, something like that. But it was pretty cool. That Nashville trip was pretty nice. I would love to go down again. It's easily one of the greatest times ever. I'd say the next biggest place that I visited was probably the whole week of October, where I was the groomsman in my best friend's wedding. That was one of the greatest times. Like I'd say, if I'm gonna be completely honest, kind of foreshadowing of what I'm gonna talk about next. From October to now, well, it's still going pretty strong, because it's like, I'm still on cloud 9 right now. Don't get me wrong, and I'll talk about that soon. But October 14th was when my friend got married, and his parents got me a hotel room for the week because, we had a bachelor party the weekend before, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, and then they just got me a hotel room for the entire week. It was really nice, something I'm very, very grateful for, because my parents would not have done that for anyone. I don't think anyone would have done that for me, and I'm sincerely grateful for my friend's family, and they're really my second family in a way. Like my second, they're so, I'm so close to them. And my friend's sister, my friend's younger sister, I should say, is gonna get married a week from tomorrow. I take that back. No, a week from yesterday. So on the 6th of January, she's gonna get married. I'm gonna go there. It's gonna be a great time. But regardless, so the bachelor weekend was me, my friend, and his lifelong friend. So it was me, the groom, and the best man, essentially. So we went to the Cleveland Guardians game, and right here you can see I got the rally towel from it. It was 15 innings of baseball. It was absolutely insane. The best man got drunk both 2 times during that game. It was fucking hilarious. One of the standout moments was that we had halfway through the game, we said, we need some food before we go bar hopping. And so I got a hot dog. Very quickly, through mobile ordering, I got a hot dog, and I went back to my seat and ate it. The groom came back. He got a hot dog and a little cup of Jack and Coke. Downs the Jack and Coke. Half of it goes on his fucking hoodie. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He eats the hot dog, whatever. And the best man doesn't come back for a while. We kind of are wondering about him. Did he go to the bathroom after he ate? We just don't know. And then I'd say a couple innings later, he comes down with a tall seltzer and a burger. There's a video of it.
It took you 3 hours to get a damn burger. A burger?
I got a burger.
All right.
The most distraught a burger sentence I've ever heard in my entire life. It's the funniest fucking thing ever. I genuinely love it. And so, yeah, that game ended with the Guardians winning. We were all on cloud nine. We were having the best time ever. And after that, we went bar hopping. And holy shit, guys. Just the amount of fun we had bar hopping. The first bar we went to was called Pins Mechanical Company in Cleveland. It's basically a barcade with duckbill bowling, an arcade, and a pinball arcade. And I had a cocktail literally called the Hulk Hogan. It was blueberry vodka, lemonade, and a bomb pop as like a garnish. 500 out of 10. One of the best things ever. The other very notable beverage that I had was a Dortmunder Lager from Great Lakes Brewing Company in Cleveland. Very, very good stuff. Probably one of the only craft beers where I didn't die of it, and it was pretty good. And so we got very, very drunk. It was really good. Near the end of the night, we go to another smaller barcade, and my friend the best man gets this big bowl of punch, sets it on the table, and like, we're drinking this motherfucker. And I'm like, God damn it, this is gonna suck. But we drink it all. There's a funny video associated with that where the best man's trying to get the groom to eat the fucking lemon. Like, it's so fucking funny. But yeah, so we none of us got sick that night. It was pretty good. But the next night was pretty bad. We went to a Browns game, a Cleveland Browns game. Guys, if you want to know what clinical depression feels like, go to a Cleveland Browns game. Like, it's pretty bad. It was pretty bad. They had a chance to win. They were up against the LA Chargers, and they had a chance to win. They fucked it up. And we went back home, and I went to my hotel room, and that's the first time where I really sat down and just was like, whew, crazy, crazy stuff. And so for the next couple days, I was kind of like skirting along. I was just kind of, getting by. Like, I didn't have, I had money, but like I didn't want to go below a certain limit, so I was just kind of like saving up as much as I could, not really doing much. And so yeah, I went to Dave & Buster's. Actually, the cup right here, like right here, where my finger's at. I won that at Dave & Buster's. It was really cool. I had a lot of fun. I love that Dave & Buster's up in Canton. It's really sweet. But yeah, and then Wednesday was the rehearsal. I had very long hair and a big beard at this point, so I'm like, I told the bride's side of the wedding party, I was like, hey, look, this is what's gonna happen. I'm going to surprise the groom. They were all for it. I was really excited. And then the next day, I got it cut. So this is kind of a little, like, it's growing in a little bit. This is a couple months of my hair growing in. Actually, let me take my headphones off. So, like, this is basically my hair now. It's growing in pretty good. I like my hair. I like my hair very much. And I also was clean shaven. The whole shebang. And the hairdresser was very jealous of me because I have very thick hair, and she was very sad that she had to cut it off. She's like, I want your hair so badly. Like, I'm so jealous. After that, I got to meet Kitfred and their significant other, Ethan. It was genuinely a fun experience. I think it was the first time I've ever met them at that point, and very hospitable. They made me a whole meal for me, and we smoked together. We had a beer, had ice cream. It was so good. It was such a good time. Yeah, and so I went back to my hotel room, and Friday was the wedding. I put on my little suit, and the whole Actually, no, I take that back. We had to set up for the wedding venue in the morning, and so I was wearing my hood up because I haven't shown the groom yet. But the whole morning, I just had a snapback and my hood up. I'm just like, I can't show him yet because he's going to freak the fuck out. And so we go through the day, and we're at his parents' house, and we get dressed, and the big reveal happens, and he had the biggest smile on his face. He was so surprised. I don't think I could have gotten a better reaction out of anyone else. Like, it was just purely beautiful. And so we drive down to the venue, and the best man gets the groom it was a 100+ proof bottle of Jack Daniels. Now, Jack Daniels is not the strongest drink by itself. Like, I think it's like 70 proof. I could be completely wrong, but it's not a very strong, like, it's not a strong spirit. But this was. I had a few Jack and Cokes before the ceremony. I was very feeling good. I wasn't like slurring words, but I was very emotional. Insofar as when the ceremony started, I was bawling my eyes out. Like, I was full on waterworks, red face. The best man looked back at me like several times, like, dude, you good? I'm like, I'm just very happy right now. That's what this is. But that day was very spectacular. It was one of the greatest nights of my life, and it's only October. It was only October. But yeah, and so that was that. I think Saturday, then I went home, and it was really good. Then my birthday rolled around. I think that was the next biggest thing that happened to me. I was very, very grateful to have everyone around me. I streamed in the morning on my birthday, playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That is a game I want to finish in 2023, by the way. Mark my fucking words in this video. But yeah, so like, I'm very happy to be, like, at that point I was very happy and content with all the people that I've met up at that point. And so that was that. The next biggest trip at that point was New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. For a weekend, I went up with a handful of people in my huge Twitch community. I went to Kit and Ethan's house, drove in the very ass crack of dawn to their house, and then we drove 7 hours to New Jersey. One of the greatest times of my life. Like, I'm gonna keep saying that for like the rest of this bit, because, like, holy shit, it was so much fun. The people that were there was Mitch Match TV, Bipham, aka Jay, Betty Wap, Kit, Ethan, and their son, Jenna, Matt, Nick. Believe that was everyone. If I missed someone, I am very, very sorry. Just top of my head is kind of like fried right now, but I think that was everyone. So we Jay set up like a little Airbnb, or I think it was Verbo was the place that he got it from. And the thing that was very interesting, because it was at the beginning of December. This was like the very, very beginning of December when this happened. The business, like the company in charge of all this, of all these like Verbos or Airbnbs, whatever you want to call them, they didn't pay their internet. They didn't carry over their internet bill, so we had no internet for the whole weekend, which kind of sucked. But in my opinion, I felt it got us a little closer together, because like we could, converse with one another. We can have a good time. I know that sounds very boomer-esque of me to say that, but like I feel like I felt a very stronger connection with everyone around me because of that. The other two biggest things was I went to a Wawa for the first time. For those of you who don't know, Wawa is a chain of convenience stores on the East Coast of the United States. They have locations in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Florida, Connecticut, and now they're coming to Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky next year, which I'm very excited for. Actually, no, not next year. In the near future, though. You know, it's just a regular convenience store, but I've always heard about how great Wawa's food is, and unfortunately, I didn't get Wawa's food, but I got a lot of great merch out of it. Actually, have one right here, a little bottle opener. And I have a 64-ounce jug downstairs, but I don't feel like getting it right now. But yeah, and the other biggest thing was, what was the other big? Going to Jenkinson's Boardwalk and going to the aquarium there, and also like a little pavilion arcade. It was so much fun. I had a lot of fun on that trip. We went back home to Ohio, Kit, Ethan, their son, and I spent the night at their place because I didn't feel like driving 3 hours in the dead of night, and so they let me stay over, and then the next morning I left. For the next couple of days, I was really sad because I missed all my friends. I still want to meet them again at some point, but that weekend was very fun for me. And last but not least, today's the 31st of December. 2 days ago, I got to meet someone I genuinely love. I'm going to be straightforward and honest with you guys. I drove down to Chicago. It was a 4-hour drive for me. And I got to meet the love of my life, honestly. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And we had a very fun time. We went out to brunch. We went to the Lincoln Park Zoo. Saw a lot of exhibits, saw a lot of amazing animals. Learned a lot, actually, on that little trip. But it was genuinely the first time ever in my 24 years of existence where I felt a very genuine connection with someone, and it was really sweet. I miss her. I really wish she wasn't so far away. I'm actually tearing up now. Holy shit. I really love her. That's not me bullshitting. That's me being very honest with you guys right now. Give me a moment here. Okay. So yeah, and that is basically all of the places that I visited in 2022. So I've been to at least 6 other states. 3 of them were states I've never been to: Illinois, Tennessee, and New Jersey. Well, I've been to New Jersey before, but I never really settled there for a weekend at least. So, and yeah, I think those specific trips made it the best year of my life, to be very honest with you. And so yeah, I think this last part now, because this video is now going on for almost half an hour, the last part are resolutions, things that I want to accomplish this upcoming year. The first one is content creation. I want to be more consistent. and I want to really hone my craft, so to say. I really want to make more content for you guys. I only streamed off and on throughout the year. A lot of it has to do with scheduling. A lot of it has to do with visiting people. There's a lot of things that went into it, but this year I want to be more consistent. I want to keep with the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Monday and Friday being mornings and Wednesday being nights. For the foreseeable future right now, that is how I see it. There are a few games I actually do want to stream. One of them being Pokemon Legends Arceus, however you pronounce it. And a lot of other games, a lot of other retro games, I should say. And so I also want to finish San Andreas, as I said earlier in this video. And the other huge thing that I want to happen out of this year is I want to move out. Right here is my childhood room. I was born and raised in this room. A lot of happy moments, a lot of very sad moments have taken place in this very room. And I feel like I would be more creative and be a lot more receptive to people if I live on my own again. So that's the other huge goal of 2023, is to move out, have my debts paid, and just be overall happy living by myself. But yes, other than that, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. I am genuinely grateful for everyone that has stuck around to the end of this video. I'm very grateful for all the people that I have met this year, all the people that I've met both online and IRL, all the friendships that I've strengthened, even the one that I love. She gives me so many butterflies, guys, you have no idea. But yes, other than that, I wish you guys a very happy new year. I will see you guys wherever, Discord, Twitter. You can find all my socials in my link tree. I'll put that in the description as well. I need to remind myself of that. But thank you guys so much. I love each and every one of you so goddamn much. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.